The 40 foot is where if you want to go for a swim in Dublin, that's
Okay,
where it goes. It's gorgeous. And there's like a Teddy's ice cream store just across the road from it. So you got the swim, the ice cream, and you're all fresh.
we'll be there.
Guy, I got to listen to We Pray the other day, and it's been in my head ever since. Like, what a lineup you have. Can you just tell us a bit about it?
Yeah, well, there's quite a lot of people. It's a big collaboration song, that one. So, Burna Boy and Sims and Eliana, all people that we love and feel very fortunate to be able to collaborate with.
When I was listening to it, I kind of felt I can see the Brit Awards or some massive stage show, and you all out there, and it's the best of the best just performing. Like, do you get that images when you're listening to songs when you record with people?
Um, I think so. I mean, I think whenever we're making music now, we're always aware of the fact that we will be, going on and playing some big shows. So I think we always have kind of one part of our brain on how something's going to work live. I think that's why, when we released our first album, it was so quiet and acoustic, and we um started playing shows, and then, we decided that we needed to kind of make an album that was a bit louder, because we never took into consideration we needed to go and play live shows. So no, we always think about how things are going to work live.
The one thing I love about you guys is that you always have the ladder to lift people up when it comes to artists and all that. There's collaborations. These are bigging people up. Whenever I've been to some of your concerts, shouting people out. Is there anyone that you'd like to work with? Is there anyone out there you're kind of going, oh, they're on the list. Eventually, we'll get to them at one
Oh
stage.
gosh. I'm sure there's lots of people. I mean, I love all kinds of music and all kinds of artists. But, of course, we're incredibly fortunate because we've collaborated with so many of our favorite musicians over the years. But I can't think of anyone off the top of my head that
I
I
saw
would
the
love.
Shawn Mendes clips doing the rounds. I was like, wow, I wish I was
Yeah.
there.
Well, he came to the show. I'm in Munich at the moment, and he came to the show, and he came on and sang part of Fix You, and that was great, and he was lovely, and so I don't know, we're very fortunate. We're very fortunate people like to come and sing with us.
So Moon Music is coming out in October. Like, what can you tell us about that? Because I was just looking at fans online today and they're looking at every single track listing and they're going hell for leather about it. Is there anything that you can tease us about with it?
Gosh, well, it's an interesting one because a lot of it was being written and recorded whilst we were, still on the road. Um, so we've got a little studio that comes around with us when we're touring, and so it was really nice to be able to just be kind of chipping away, working on songs throughout the duration of this tour. Um, and I'm really excited by it. I think I really think I'm very proud of it. I think it's different. And I'm just really excited for it to be released. We've been living with it for a long time, and there's always this awful wait between finishing an album and people getting to hear it. So it's always such a great moment when we can actually let people listen to it.
Is there, album after album, do you still get that back to school nerves before it gets released? Or does it get easier with time?
Uh, I don't, it's a strange one because whenever we deliver the record or we finish it, we do the mixing and we do the mastering, that's kind of the last moment that we have to kind of muck around with it. So I think at the point that we hand it over, that's when we sort of leave it behind us and just
I
and pray that people respond well to it.
I was reading on the bio today about what you have about the physical copy. Can you tell people what you're doing with it? Because that's mad. Like, this is brilliant.
Yeah, so we wanted to really do something. We wanted to work with recycled plastics for the vinyl, and so we were kind of told it couldn't really be done, or it was going to be very difficult and challenging, and we just kind of stuck to our guns and decided it was something we really wanted to pursue. So the vinyls have been made from. recycled consumer plastic, which was great. And then there's another version of the album, which is made from plastics gathered from rivers, from our friends that run the Ocean Cleanup,
Wow.
which is a company we've been supporting for a long time. So yeah, I think all of the physical versions of the albums and the CDs have all, been developed from um, a very sustainable point of view.
I got to see is in Amsterdam last year, just before the Dublin gig was announced. We were brought over to kind of do a little, why are we here?
Right.
I just that adrenaline every single night. Like, what can you try to explain? What is it like walking on stage, getting this basically amount of love from about 100,000 people every single night?
Well, I never take it for granted, and it never gets old. That's what we live for.
Yeah.
And I think it's, we're really enjoying this tour. We've done, I think, almost 160 shows now, something like that, and we're just loving it. I think it's easily it's the best show we've ever done, in terms of a set list, in terms of a kind of production point of view. And it's just super exciting to uh, have that as my job.
Yeah. Do you like, is there ever any time that you're kind of like, I wish I was in the crowd watching this? I know you are when you are performing, but like just to witness it because it's just magical. Like it's brilliant.
Well, it's obviously we see the show from a, you know, facing the wrong way, if you see what I mean. But we played Glastonbury a little while ago, and it was one of the first times I ever sort of went onto YouTube and watched it back from the audience point of view or the broadcast point of view, and it always amazes me how many things are kind of exploding above my head during the show. Um, so I'm not really sort of aware of it when I'm, just sort of trying to get through a song without making any mistakes. But
Uh,
it is, we have a fantastic team that kind of put on all of the production, and our crew are just amazing at everything working every night. Um, but yeah, I never take it for granted. It's a very special position to be in.
so you're coming back to Dublin 4 nights in Crow Park, our biggest
Yes.
stadium. What's you've played before in Ireland so many times. Like, what's your memories of coming over here? Like, what are you looking forward to?
Well, we love it. I mean, I think Ireland's a very special place for us. I mean, the four of us as band members are, we're from England, Scotland, and Wales, but it's strange because I feel like Ireland it always feels like a kind of homecoming show for us
Yeah.
for some reason. Um, Obviously the Irish are, they love to sing, and great energy, and in terms of kind of audiences around the world, I think the Irish are definitely up there at the very top. So it's always a special feeling knowing that we're about to come back to Ireland.
And do you just get to relax? Like, do you just get to go on? Is there anywhere you're looking forward to go, or is it just, heads down for the 4 days, the 4 nights that you are on?
Um, yeah, I think it depends. It depends how much we've got to do during the day. But I mean, it's always we always like to get out and explore cities wherever we go. Chris and I were swimming in the river in Munich
Wow,
a couple of
gorgeous.
days ago. So I mean, there's always great things to do in every city that we go to, and coming to Dublin is going to be no exception.
Well, the 40 foot is where, if you want to go for a swim in Dublin, that's
Okay,
where it goes. It's gorgeous. And there's like a Teddy's ice cream store just across the road from it. So you got the swim, the ice cream, and you're all fresh.
we'll be there.
Before I let you go, can I just ask you, you are together for so long, do you still have the crack with each other? Can you still take the mick out of each other all the time? Or
100%. 100%. It's amazing to us. I think we've gotten closer as a lot of bands drift apart as time goes by, and we're in a very fortunate position that I think we seem to have gotten a lot closer over the years. So we have a great time. We have a great time together. It's a really great camaraderie, and we're a band of brothers, and